Hey guys, it's Chris with Wild Country Meats, and today I want to show you something, stretch you out of your comfort zones a little bit when it comes to cooking. Also give you a real quick dinner idea. I know that we kind of get into the same routine of cooking the same things. Anyhow, today it's simple, it's easy, and it's probably something that you haven't cooked, and it's something that we've got in the store all the time. But I've got a pork tenderloin. That is a pork tenderloin, not a pork loin. There's a big difference. I've got my favorite dry rub, which just happens to be mine. You can use really anything that you like, but today we're going to use the Chris's exclusive dry rub. You're going to need some honey. This one here is a local honey that we carry. Good friend of mine, Brad, actually harvests this out of Collinsville. And I'm going to use Hogsbane Barbecue. Good friend of mine, Shane, out of Stillwater, Payne County, just came out with this habanero. And for those of you that know me and are friends with me, Hogsbane is one of my favorite barbecues, and so we're going to use this today. And so that's really all you need. Take our protein. I'm going to go ahead and cover it in my seasoning. Just a good general rub. I'm not going to get too crazy. Then over here, I've got my skillet. It's got a little bit of oil in there. Really use your oil of choice. But we're going to take and we're going to sear this. We'll go ahead and let this sear on all sides, and so you can keep your heat probably a high to medium heat. You don't want to burn the seasoning, and so what I'm going to do is just give it a light sear. Again, you noticed that I haven't burned the seasoning. Just got a light sear on every corner. And pull that off the heat. I'm going to take this, put it on my baking pan. And I've got my oven at 375. Now normally this takes about 30 minutes, so we're going to check it. But at about 15 minutes in, then we're going to rotate a bit. I've got my oven preheated at 375. Gonna let that set there, and again we're gonna come back in about 15 minutes and we're gonna flip it. So here we are about 15 minutes in at 375. It's a simple process. We're just gonna go in and just flip this. There she is. I'm just gonna give it a little flip. 375. We're gonna let that thing go about another 15 minutes. Here we are about 30 minutes in, so we're gonna check this. Make sure our internal temp is where it needs to be. Make sure we're at 145. Beautiful. We've hit the internal temp. Now what we're going to do is let this thing rest for about 3 minutes. We've let this thing rest about 3 minutes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and slice it into little medallions. Oh, look at that juice. Take a look at that. Oh my gosh. There we go. So what I'm going to do, come over here. Okay, here's where the magic happens. Now they're going to think you're a gourmet chef. Nothing too crazy. Taking my local honey from Honey Hill Farms. 2 little runs of it. Check this out. Do it again. Show you. Boom. That's still hot, so it kind of let that honey run a little bit. Oh, here it is. Another local product. Hogsbane habanero. Here we go. Boom. And right there. Now, none of this matters if it's not worth eating. Got a good friend of mine, William Randall, all the way from the big town of Hominy. Come on, brother, jump into that and tell me what you think. You can just grab that, dude. Eat that. Tell me what you think. Is that not good or what, son?
Juicy, sweet, spicy, oh my goodness.
It's all above, isn't it?
That's
okay,
amazing.
That's cool. So check this out. Here's what it is. Pork tenderloin, really simple. Seared it on all sides. Kept that oven at 375. Threw it in there. 15 minutes in, I flipped it. Let it go another 15. I pulled it out at that 30 mark. I checked the internal temp, make sure it was 145 or above. It was. So I let it rest 3 minutes. Then I sliced it into medallions, put it on a plate, took my local honey, squirted it across the top, took my habanero barbecue, threw it across, and served it. And it was good. Anyhow, simple, easy, pushes you out of that comfort zone. Give it a try, guys. That pork tenderloin off the charts.